This is the Oude Vest, or Oude Singel, the old medieval moat. Since the expansion of 1611, the Oude Singel has been inside the city. Ships going through Leiden have since sailed along this canal. We are now in the first major expansion scheme of the 17th century. It was needed to house the large numbers of refugees from the southern Netherlands. This is why the new city district is sometimes called Leiden5 or Walloon Quarter. The 17th century expansion schemes are very systematically designed. The Langegracht forms the central axis of this district. The area around Langegracht, Noordwest, is intended for housing, but also for industry. Workers comb, spin and weave here in their own home or in special workplaces. There are also fullers and tanneries here. On the Oude Singel, there are many mansions, most of them occupied by Walloon textile entrepreneurs. But Blauw has not drawn the Lakenhal, the centre of textile manufacture and trade, although this city palace for the industry has stood here for nearly 10 years. Where the Singel bends in the direction of the Rhine, there is a square full of trees. This is the city's new cattle market. The trees provide shade for the animals put on sale here. On the Rhine, which is called Galgenwater here, lie the city stonecutters and the city carpenter's yard, both built in 1612. This is the headquarters of the Public Works Department of the city of Leiden. From here, workers set out laying out and maintaining streets, quaysides, bridges, public buildings and trees. The highest official boss is the so-called Fabriek, who at present is the celebrated architect Arend van Gravensande. On the high bulwark stands De Put, a grain mill. This is a good spot because there is plenty of wind for the mill. We cross Galgenwater on a long narrow bridge. On the other side is the medieval Pelikansbolwerk. The mill here belonged to Herman Gerritson van Rijn, the father of Rembrandt. Opposite the mill stands the house where Rembrandt was born in 1606. Via the bulwark we reach the Wittepoort. This is still a medieval city gate, but it lies within a modern bulwark. To get to the bridge over the Singel, you have to take a narrow curving street with high walls on either side. This makes it easy to defend access to the city. We reach the Delfster and Haagse Trekwerk. Here we can go on board the latest means of transport, the tow barge. It provides a regular, reliable and relatively fast and comfortable connection to other cities. In this case, to Delft and The Hague. Here are the stables for the horses that pull the barge, a waiting area for travellers, where they also buy a ticket, and an office where passengers for Leiden must pay a tax. On the other side of the canal, the Pijamaya, or Pall Mall, lies hidden amid the trees, complete with clubhouse. Pijamaya is a popular ball game in which you drive a wooden ball forwards with a hammer. It's a sort of cross between croquet and golf. We go on board the tow barge and leave the busy, bustling quay town behind. The barge brings us to the Vliet to the south of the city, and from there we head southwards through the green landscape to the next town in Holland.